Alrighty, lads, we are back. I took a bit of a short nap here, and now I'm awake. And we are going to continue our Chadus Maximus. Now, thankfully, Steven just reminded me is that I need to shut down Discord, or else I'm gonna get pop-ups like crazy. Alright. Alright, so last time we left off, the game kind of like randomly shut down on us. So we're gonna just play for a bit.
Greetings, friend. I think I can safely assume you are a member of the Jedi Order. Has the Council agreed to hear our petition?
Yeah, they're waiting on you now.
Stay here, Rilka. I'll be back in an hour or so.
Yes, dear. Good luck.
Good. Now I am wondering... Yeah. Do we want this setup? I think we're okay with it.
Are you a Jedi? How long can you people continue to sit by and claim you protect us? Protectors? Ha! You sit in your enclave safe from the Mandalorians while we suffer.
What are you talking about?
Those Mandalorian brutes have killed my daughter. They came to our land demanding our livelihood. But Ilsa, my Ilsa, said no.
Why didn't you try to stop them?
There was nothing I could do. Too many of the Mandalorians and their Duros allies. I've come here to ask you, please, Master Jedi, stop these raiders and get revenge for my daughter.
Alright, I'll protect you and those
I will give
settlers.
you all I have. Just please, annihilate them from the face of this planet.
Yeah, Brody's up in the chat now. He's finally done with his wedding that he went to. My man was posting in the chat here in Discord, and he actually did not look like a slob. He actually looked pretty decent. Yes, you are a Jedi. I'm grateful your people harbor me in times of need. What happened to you? I'm a victim, a refugee. Yes, I flee. Fled from my world once. The Sith fleets come. They bomb my world, destroy it, yes. But I run here, find the Jedi already here. Unknown, they take me in. One left of a billion. You might give something back. So yeah, in KOTOR 2 you can access this area, and this is the sub-level. But in KOTOR 1 you cannot. So... And then these are the Jedi robes. You can't wear these specific ones. Instead you get these like brown ones. They look like shit. So in KOTOR 2 they were like, yeah, we're getting rid of that piece of crap.
Greetings, young Jedi. I wonder if you could assist me. I seem to have lost my companion, you see?
Your companion.
We were working on my farm to the north of here. I was working in the garden outside, and he was working inside. I heard the door to the house open, but not close. I went to see and found it wide open. I searched everywhere and could not find him. I worry so much. I need him back so badly. I wonder if he... Could he have been kidnapped?
Anyone hold a grudge?
Not that I know of. None of my neighbors really know he's there. Maybe it was the Mandalorians. Or maybe Cathhounds. But no, Cathhounds are not intelligent enough to open doors. Although they have been more vicious lately. No, it must have been someone who could open the door by himself. Come to think of it, the door was locked.
Okay. Could have been open from inside?
Well, yes, it could have, but he had no reason to run away. His programming...
A droid?
Well, yes, he is a droid, but he is very valuable to me all the same. He's the last piece of my poor passed-away husband that I have left. He is very dear to me, my precious is. I don't know what I'd do without him. He's the only companionship I have on all of Dantooine.
And what exactly you use this droid for again?
He is a personal assistance droid. My husband was a genius at constructing droids. He made this one capable of taking care of me for the rest of my life. As the last legacy of my husband, for my own personal ease of mind, I need him back. His absence gnaws at me like a gaping wound.
Wow, she really misses her droid, doesn't she?
Please, I beg of you, return my droid to me.
Alright. I'll see what happens. I'll send him back to you.
Thank you. Thank you, Master Jedi. If you find him, please send him home to me. I need him so much.
So she basically fucks the droid. I'm not kidding. That's the whole reason why everyone's like, she really misses that droid. She does. She fucks the droid. Okay. So this is our character. So far, we have a belt that gives us +2 strength, which is this. This belt is really good. In KOTOR 2, they actually nerf it, where they just make it +2 strength instead of saves +2. Because saves is things like resisting things. So if I got hit with a poison grenade, do I get poisoned? Or do I sit there and go, That's the difference. This belt is amazing. It's really, really good. We also got this from Chadus. We got immunity to critical hits. So if you crit me, you can. So you can only do your base damage against me. You can't critical me, which is really, really nice. Got our strength gauntlets. Neuroband doesn't really... Yeah, it's not really that good. We got our prototype sword, which does +4 physical damage. So yeah, we're looking really, 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 really strong. And we got our Achani fiber armor, which is 7 defense, 5 max. My favorite Assassin's Creed game? It depends. Do you mean my favorite Assassin's Creed game that is an Assassin's Creed game, or do you mean my favorite Assassin's Creed game that is not an Assassin's Creed? Like, if you just mean, like, any of the Assassin's Creed games, which one's my favorite, versus which one was my favorite, like, out of them all, those answers are going to be very different. Eight, and then, so yeah, we're going this. He has +3 dexterity anyway, so this is perfect for him.
Yes?
I am Adam. I'm a simple merchant on a noble purpose. And what's your purpose? Purpose. The settlers and noble humans of Dantooine have been plagued by Cath hounds, raiders, and other fearsome troubles of late. It is too much too sad to see these things happen to these people. Therefore, I have made it my mission to be... You're trying to sell me something, aren't you, dude? To overcome their troubles, they must be able to defend themselves. Therefore, I shall offer the highest quality of weapons at the lowest of low prices. I am here offering you much in the way of weaponry at low prices. Yep. Weaponry it is, and weaponry I have. I love this guy. I love this guy so much. He's such a jackass. Alright, so we spent all of our money on the belt, but that's okay, because money is plentiful in this game. So Cass's Fett armor is the armor that I was really, really tempted to buy. One, I don't have the money for it. As you can tell, I had like 8,000 and now it's like 15,000. But there's an even better armor, and you just get it from the game. So we're gonna hold off. We're not gonna buy anything. We're just kind of looking. And it's funny, this guy's like a weapons merchant, but yet he mostly sells armor, and that's really the best quality he's got. And when it comes to selling your gear, you're gonna want to hold off on selling your gear. Usually you want to sell it at Yavin, which is easy to do. Here they come.
You asked for this!
Now, in KOTOR 1, most force powers are restricted by armor, except for force heal, and usually force choke and a few other things. KOTOR 2, on the other hand, is just force speed and a few others.
Take that!
So KOTOR 2 is much more forgiving.
You asked for this! How'd you like that?
Oh my god. Kill it! So yeah, Chadus Maximus is a scout who went to Jedi Guardian. One of the downsides with Jedi Guardian is that this. We cannot use Force Jump. We just can't. So you have to have a lightsaber. Well, on the flip side, we get Jedi Sense, and we do have the uncanny dodge from being a scout, which is another +4 against grenades and such. So our defense is really high. Yeah, I've played Black Flag a few times. I really loved Black Flag, but they keep remastering it. Like, this is like the third time they remastered it. But yet they won't really touch the other Assassin's Creed games. Oh yeah. Just like that, we were surrounded by Cath Hounds and we didn't take that much damage. That was sweet. That actually went down pretty nicely, pretty perfectly, I will say. What we're doing right now is we're getting we're trying to kill as much as we can. Yeah, Assassin's Creed 1 could use a makeover, like almost a complete redone.
Let's go!
Oh my god, they're just shooting everything. Oh.
Ha! How'd you like that?
Yeah, let's sit here for a bit and kind of recover our force powers. Let's talk for a bit. But Assassin's Creed 1 could use a whole remake over, Because the issue with Assassin's Creed 1 was that there was no inventory, really. There was nothing. And that's the reason why I say Assassin's Creed 1 holds a special place in my heart. Because it was really a very average game. It was a copper metal game. It would be like third place in any competition. It was just an average game. But that's what made it so good, is how average it was. One of the big things about it was the fact that in Assassin's Creed 1, your character would gain new swords and new abilities as you go through the chapters. But what you could do, the game doesn't tell you this, by the way, you just find it out, is that when you're in combat, you can't attack enemies, because they'll just parry it back at you, and there's really no point. You just gotta keep counterattacking, that's all you gotta do. But if you use the hidden blade in combat, any counterattack you do just instantly kills them. And that's exactly what I did against the Templars, because you'll counterattack them 9 times before they finally fucking die. It is such a pain in the ass.
How'd you like that?
I don't know why that cast hound ran all the way over there. Yeah, it's just Assassin's Creed 1. It does hold a special place in my heart only because I loved fighting so many dudes in that one. It was one of the reasons I kind of didn't like Assassin's Creed 2 was that Assassin's Creed 1, you would fight like 50 guys. No joke. 50 guys. Assassin's Creed 2, nah. You would barely fight anybody. The most I fought was like 10 dudes, 15 dudes. It's not much.
How'd you like that?
Like, it was one of those funny things is that, people may not remember it, but in Assassin's Creed 2, that was like the main criticism against it, was that when you played Assassin's Creed 1, you had the medieval SWAT team called on your hooded ass. The moment you were spotted in a city, it was like, wee wee wee. 50 fucking Templars come out of nowhere and they're charging at your ass. It was like a full-on SWAT team descending on you. But then you play Assassin's Creed 2 and it's like maybe 6 guys, maybe. And you can hide so easily in Assassin's Creed 2, it's not a big deal. So people were criticizing Assassin's Creed 2 for not having as many enemies as Assassin's Creed 1. So Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, which is the sequel to 2, they literally put a mission in there where your mission is to kill all like 50 guards. They're like, you know what, fuck it, the players want to get swarmed by guards, here you go. So they gave you 50 fucking enemies in like this little bridge. And you're just holding this bridge and you're like, alright, well, guess I'm gonna kill them all.
You've been holding out on us again. Since you haven't given us enough money, I guess we're gonna have to take it out of you piece by piece.
No, please! Take my wife and children instead. Anything!
Wife and children. Sounds like a good idea.
Oh my god. Whew! 22 damage. 17. Nice. Boom. Yeah, Kotor 1 gives you a lot of grenades. A lot. Kotor 2 gives you a lot of landmines. Which... Kotor 2, you actually level up from disarming landmines. So it's like, hell yeah, dude, that's a lot of XP. That's a lot of XP to be turning down. There he is. Yeah, the only issue I had with Assassin's Creed Odyssey and the other Assassin's Creed games is that they went down the RPG route. And don't get me wrong, the RPG route can work. It feels doable. But the problem is that Assassin's Creed was always kind of based on skill. But now if you have RPG elements, it gets rid of the skill. And when I played Odyssey, that's exactly what I was dealing with.
How'd you like that? Down you go!
Oh my god, they're just raining bullets.
Just smile.
Yeah, Mission and Carth were just raining bullets onto those fucking calf hounds. So this is a side quest, and you have a limited chance of doing it. So you really do want to do it before you do the Grove. But quickly about Assassin's Creed. One of the big issues I had with it was... when you play Assassin's Creed Odyssey, it's not a bad game. I was actually having a little bit of fun with it. Everything's locked behind a class system. So you level up your mechanics, you level up your things, and you unlock fighting styles, like the Spartan Kick, which is one of the early levels that you get. That's great. But the problem is that I was visiting islands where the islands were like level 50 enemies. I was like level 20. So here I am outperforming the shit out of these guys. I'm Spartan kicking them down towers. I am stabbing them. They are not able to land a hit on me because I'm counterattacking them perfectly. I'm doing like 10 damage. They have like 500 HP. I'm not doing shit to them. So I would have to resort to stupid things like Spartan kicking them off of really, really, really tall towers because that would insta-kill them. But the problem is that, you know, you don't really get much XP for killing enemies that are like way higher than you. So there was some issues with that. And then the other issue is what happens if you level up too much and now you're fighting really low level enemies. Well, the low level enemies still hit you for a lot of fucking damage. It's just that now when you hit them, you basically one-shot them. So it's like, okay, that I just didn't really like it. Especially since some of the ways you could level up your character were like pure assassin or pure warrior, stuff like that. And it's not bad. It's just, it doesn't strike to me as an Assassin's Creed game. Because Assassin's Creed used to be all about skill, all sorts of things. You've arrived here. Well timed. What do you want? Who are you? Yeah, who are you? I'm Balut, a Jedi from the Enclave. I was sent by the Jedi to investigate a killing. Communication does not pose a problem as both suspects and I speak basic and Huttese. I was going to handle this case myself, but now that you're here, this could be an excellent opportunity for me to demonstrate how well you've been learning your lessons. Though you're not yet a full Jedi, perhaps you could assist me in sorting out the truth from the lies. Alright, what do you want me to do? Listen to the stories given by the two suspects. I brought information retrieval droid with access to archives both at the Enclave and at the planetary capital. I'll use my wisdom and experience to offer you some guidance, but I will not solve the case for you. There's little benefit if you do not solve the problem yourself. Consider each man's account and check the facts with the information droid. Once you gathered all the evidence, you will need to run through the possible scenarios with me. If you're unable to come to a satisfactory resolution, then I'll take these men to the Enclave. According to the accounts of the participants, these three men were out here in the field together earlier before the clouds broke. I think that very odd, for most people would seek shelter indoors when the sky is filled with dark storm clouds as it was earlier today, but that is not the most puzzling aspect of the case. A dead man, Kotor Netic, was shot in the back with a blaster rifle. A rifle was found lying near his body with blood stains on it. It's been sent back to the Enclave for analysis. Two other men were found at the scene when I arrived. One was hand in gold. He was unarmed. The other was Rickard Lusov, who was carrying a hunting laser. Both men say will not do anything and that they came across the body, but both accuse the other. I'll begin my investigation. One last thing, when I arrived, Hando was holding his side and Rickard was favoring one of his legs. You would do well to remember this.
Another Jedi, huh? Helping that Twi'lek investigate, no doubt. He seems stumped. I'm Rickard Lusov. Maybe you can figure this out and let me get out of here.
Tell me what happened.
Well, I was out hunting Iriaz when I spotted one over here by the bridge. I pull out my rifle and aim at it. I couldn't see it that well, mind you, because the damn sun was in my eyes. So I shoot it and it drops. I walk over here and find Handon standing over Calder's body. So why don't you get this whole farce over with and send that whiner Handon to the prison he belongs in?
Ah, greetings. You must be assisting Master Baluk in his investigation. I'm Handon Gould. Perhaps you've heard of me?
Should I have?
I guess under the circumstances, no. Well, I presume you wish to hear my story, then. I shall tell you, of course, but there's not much to it. I'm sure that you'll agree that Rickard is quite obviously guilty of murder. You see, I was out here running earlier today. Yes, running. I do that a lot. Can't stand speeders, never use them. Keeps me in shape, too, you know. Anyway, I was out running on the other side of that bridge there, and all of a sudden I heard a shot coming from over here. I ran over and found this man Calder lying on the ground, dead.
Okay. Did you see the killer?
I saw Rickard come skulking out of the shadows of the rocks south of the river, and I knew something was wrong. I hit my emergency button and called the Enclave right away. Well, there. That's my story. Now, please hurry this up and arrest Rickard so I can get on with my day.
Greetings, apprentice. You must be the one Master Baluk has enlisted to help him with this problem. I am an information retrieval droid. I can assist you by accessing the records of both the Jedi Enclave and the central government facilities here on Dantooine. If you have any need of my services, please do not hesitate to talk to me. I have already retrieved some information from the archives on Calder Netic, Rickard Lusov, and Handon Gould. I have also had time to examine the body of Mr. Netic. Is there any information you require?
Yeah, what did you find on the body?
My preliminary analysis of the body indicates that he was killed approximately 3 hours ago by a single energy blast to the torso. Is there any other information you need?
Tell me about the plains.
These plains are rife with wild animals, not all of them benign. The Iriaz are mostly docile, but can easily be provoked to violence. Cathounds, on the other hand, are much more deadly. There have been over 35 catalogued attacks on settlers by cathounds in the last 2 weeks. A general advisory was given out 3 days ago to carry a weapon at all times when on the plains. Small farms and holdings dot the plains and can provide safe refuge for those in need. Is there any other information you need? Very well. I will be here to...
Alright. So with that, we got everyone's story. This guy was out for a jog, he heard a blast, and he saw it. This guy was out hunting, took a shot, and then he saw this. Okay. Yes, discuss the murder. We should start at the beginning. If we find the truth behind each piece of the puzzle, we will no doubt solve the case. Handon said that he was nearby and heard a shot and ran over, only to find Calder already dead. He said Rickard came out of the shadow of the rocks holding a blaster in his hands. Rickard said that he was hunting Iriaz, saw one through the glare of the sun, and shot at it. It is possible Rickard may have shot Calder accidentally and Handon may have found the body, but that seems very unlikely. Rickard is lying. It was cloudy, there was no sun glare. Yes, well done, it was very cloudy this morning. If it happened as Rickard said, the sun would not have been visible at the time. It seems I was correct in assuming you could help me in this case. This lie doesn't prove Rickard's guilty, but I think you have taken the first step to unveiling the mystery. We should proceed on the next point. We need to find a motive for the killing. Maybe we should talk to the men about their relationship with the victim. If there's anything else you need, I'll remain here while you question the witnesses.
Is there any other...
Tell me about Calder and Handon.
The Southwood Speeder rental business has records that over the past several weeks, a speeder had been rented by Mr. Nettic and Mr. Gould. Is there any other information you need?
That's important because this guy was talking earlier to us about how he hates speeders and he'll never use them.
According to the municipal authorities near the Garrow spaceport, there had been news of violent drunken activity in a cantina attached to the port. Apparently, a Mr. R. Lusoff was making accusations at a Mr. C. Nettic about cheating him in a business deal. Jedi Tuka was dispatched to the scene and restored order. Is there any other information you need? Very well.
You know, this does bring up a good point, I think, that not a lot of people talk about. When it comes to murder, most of the time murders are done by people that the victim knew. And whenever you have a murder that was done just randomly, like just some random guy from like 10,000 miles away just came over for a split second just to kill a random dude and then just left, that murder has like a 90% chance of not being solved. Because it's so random, there's no pieces to connect, there's no evidence to connect it to anything. This is one of the things I was like reading about how like a lot of murder cases go unsolved, and they're usually unsolved because of that. It's just some random occurrence by some random guy. There we go, I'm max healed.
How can I be of further assistance?
You knew Calder better than you admit. You rented a speeder with him.
But I realize this must seem like a motive to you, but I assure you it isn't. I dislike Calder, true. I would punch his face in, given the opportunity, but I would not kill him.
Punch his face in? Why?
My wife was cheating on me with him. He slept in my own bed while I was in the next room. But, as much as I may hate him for that, I could not kill him. It may have been my own fault for driving my wife away. I must try not to take the law into my own hands. I was just out running, trying to clear my head for the divorce proceedings, not stalking him to kill him. Running is not a crime. How can I be of further assistance?
Alright. You're holding your side. Are you injured?
Injured? No, of course not. Why would I have been? Fit as a bathtub. I run. I don't know if I mentioned it. Of course.
Yeah.
So if you need any...
Yeah, no wonder why this guy got killed. He was an absolute asshole. But unfortunately, being an asshole is not illegal.
So, what do you want to know?
You thought Calder was cheating you.
Now, I don't love Calder, but we go back a long way. We run a suborbital shipping and transport company out of Garang Spaceport. We've been partners in that business for well over 20 years, and we've been doing just fine the way we are.
You can deny it, but there was blood between you.
Right. So, what do you...
Yeah, but Luke said you were limping. Are you hurt?
Well, I kind of sprained my ankle running through the bush, but...
Why would someone want to kill him?
You Jedi are so predictable. Always seeing some greater purpose behind everything, when the simple answer is usually the right one. Can't you see that it must have been Handon? I found him standing over the damned body. I don't know why this is causing you so much trouble. You almost seem as lost as this Baluk guy. Right.
See, this guy is smart. You tell him, hey, you murdered this guy because you had bad blood. You had to admit it. And all he does is say, mm-hmm. And then he stops talking to you. That is smart. If you're ever in a pickle like that, you just shut the fuck up. You don't say anything. Alright. I want to discuss the murder. We know Rickard lied about the sun blinding him while he was shooting, but we need more yet. Let's examine the relationship. Handon told me he barely knew the victim. According to Rickard, they got along quite well. On the surface, neither man seems to have a motive for killing Calder. Handon's lying. He knew his wife was cheating on him. Well, certainly, motive for murder. The case is taking shape. However, you mustn't jump to quick conclusions. Perhaps we should focus on the murder weapon itself. You might want to see what information witnesses and the information droid can provide you about the blaster.
Is there any other information?
What do you tell me about the weapon found at the scene?
We cannot get any more specific analysis from that sample, other than the fact it did not belong to Calder. Is there any other information?
Alright, let's talk to this guy. What was the weapon found by the body?
That blaster? Never seen it before. Calder himself had a preference for Ichani weaponry. He had this one really nice light blaster rifle that he always used. Always wished I could get myself a rifle like the one he had. That blaster ain't it, though. Calder only had the one rifle, too, so he either must have borrowed that, or it's someone else's. Right.
Yeah. See, that just kind of incriminates him a little bit when he says, like, oh, yeah, he had a really sweet blaster I wish I could get a hold of. It's like, dude, shut the fuck up. Don't say that. Because the cop is going to lean in on that and be like, is that why you murdered him? But he didn't have that blaster today, so you killed him for this? Yeah, don't fucking say. Don't add fuel to fire. Just say yes or no. Yes or no questions.
How can I be of further assistance?
Move on. What do you know about the weapon found by the body?
That blaster was stolen from my house last week. I never knew what happened to it. I hardly have enough money to afford a single blaster, let alone another. I can't tell you how important it is to have a weapon on hand with all these ravenous cath hounds around. Even an Irias can take a man down if it gets in the mood. Every settler has a weapon. It's our most prized possession. I would most appreciate it if I could have that back after you determine that Rickard is the killer. How can I be of further assistance?
Now, see, this guy is an idiot. He should have told him,
of course.
No. I have no idea what that blaster is.
Is there any...
Is there a report of Handon's blaster being stolen? See, this is the exact reason why you need to shut the fuck up.
I am sorry, but I seem to be failing you. I have searched and searched, but I cannot seem to come up with anything at all. I thought to find the record of the missing weapon report Mr. Gould filed with the authorities, but there does not seem to be one. Is there any other...
That is exactly why you shut the fuck up. You do not tell them anything. Alright. The blaster is Handon's. He lied about it being stolen. Interesting, but I think we need one final piece of the puzzle. There's a blood sample on the weapon that's been sent back to analysis. Alright.
Is there any other...
Alright, tell me about the blood sample.
I have just received back an analysis of a sample of the blood found on the weapon. It had been sent back to the Enclave just before you arrived. The blood on the weapon is definitely not Calder's. Unfortunately, there was a bacterial contaminant in the sample that had been taken back to the laboratory, and it had become degraded. We cannot get any more specific analysis from that sample, other than the fact it did not belong to Calder. Is there any other...
So, Fuddy is in the chat, and I love him. A wise man indeed, yes. Whenever you're in trouble with cops, yes, you should help them. Yes, you should always try to be cooperative. But just know, from a cop's perspective, anybody could be at fault here. Anybody. So they're going to accuse anybody and everybody. That's the way cops are supposed to work. And it's not a bad thing. Because, I mean, it works. They get the criminal. They get the job done. The problem is, though, is when you give them too much information that it makes you look guilty even though you're completely innocent. And that's the reason why you need a lawyer to kind of filter out your thoughts to make sure that you're really not accidentally making the police think that you really did it. But Fuddy here was playing a game with me just a few hours ago. I took a nap. And I'm still waking up. And he died once so far, so I'm curious how many more times he'll die before we get to the end. I assume the blood on the weapon belongs to the victim, but I want to be thorough. What have you learned about the blood on the weapon? It did not belong to the victim. It's Handon's blood. He's clutching his side. Handon's been moving oddly since we arrived. Perhaps we should examine him more closely.
Hey, what are you doing?
There is blood. Handon appears to have suffered some sort of blast or wound to his side. It would seem there's one logical scenario. Handon killed Calder for having an affair with his wife. Rickard was out hunting and accidentally shot Handon. No, both are guilty. A bold conclusion, one most people would not arrive at, but we are not like most people, we are Jedi. Still, I'd like to know how you came to this conclusion. We know Calder was having an affair with his wife, but what possible motive could Rickard have for wanting Calder dead? Rickard thought Calder was cheating him in business. Yes, well done. Both men have a reason to want Calder dead. This is my theory of the morning's events. Both men knew Calder, and both men plotted to kill him. Handon found him first, shot him because of the affair. Calder was having his wife. Shortly after, Rickard arrived on the scene. From a distance, he saw Handon and thought he was Calder, so he shot him in retaliation. For the credits, Calder had cheated him out of the business. Handon would have dropped his blaster, the one we found at the scene, covered in blood. He probably thought Rickard was going to kill him, so he called us, hoping we would convince us it was Rickard.
Damn you. Damn both of you.
That is enough. The culpability of both of you in murder and attempted murder of Calder Netic is evident. Additionally, Rickard Lusoff can be charged with aggravated assault and attempted murder. Placing you both under arrest of the Jedi Order. I'll escort you to the holding facilities. You've done well here. It's obvious you've been studying your lessons carefully. I'll be sure to inform the Jedi Council.
You did good. You might just make a proper Jedi yet. Who knows?
Ta-da!
Uh-huh.
So yeah, you do get quite a bit of XP from this.
Yes?
Now, one of the things too is that in the court of law, our character, this is why confessions are so important for most cases. Because evidence is so loose. Like, the evidence we just spit was such a weak case. But once both men just said, damn you Jedi, damn you guys, damn it, you just confessed. You just admitted the crime. If I held that to a judge and said, well, he was cheating on his wife and he cheated him out of this guy's business, so it had to be both of them. A judge would say, no, that there's no tangible evidence to say that that actually happened. So, these two guys just got incriminated by their own words. Let this be a lesson. Most of the time, that's all the cops and stuff need is a confession. They don't actually need evidence. So it goes back to the saying, shut the fuck up. Yeah, don't talk.
You asked for this!
Oh, what the fuck is this pathing?
How'd you like that?
Here. I'll show you.
How'd you like that?
Oh shit, mission's going in.
Here.
Oh my god.
How'd you like that? You asked for this!
Boom.
Down you go!
Alright, after genociding half of the native population, let's go kill these Mandalorians. Yeah, so I know this is KOTOR, but you guys ended up getting some true crime video instead, because I'm over here talking about true crime stuff. One of the big things that I saw was there was a police investigation, and what happened was the police had a video, like CCTV footage of the victim who is dead. They found her body, she's dead. She was raped and killed. But all they could find was a video of her getting into the parking lot and into a car, but they couldn't really figure out whose car it was and who did it. All that they could see is that the shape of the car was roughly the same shape as the guy who they brought in. That is it. That's their only evidence. That is it. So they're talking to the guy and they find out that because he tells them about how he knows her, they go to work together. It's like, oh, you go to work together? Really? And then they start talking to him about it, and he spills the beans that her and him just broke up. So he doesn't really want to talk about her. And they're like, really? You just broke up? And she's dead. And like, not even that long ago. Really? So the female detective starts like fake crying. And she starts saying things that aren't exactly true, but it may have been the case. And the guy confesses. No fucking evidence. None. Literally none. But what she does is she starts going, listen, I know, I saw the footage, okay? I saw you drag her into your car, gag her, and kill her. And I know you're not evil, right, man? I know you're not evil. You just came here just to tell us that, right? To help us provide relief in finding out what finally happened to her, right? Because you're not evil, are you? Like, you're not going to do that. I am not joking. She says this, like, over 15 minutes of the detective, like, fake crying. And the dude is sitting there like, And you could tell he did it. But finally he goes, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm not a terrible person. I'm going to describe exactly how it went down. And he confesses. All he had to do was shut the fuck up. He didn't have to tell them that they were in a relationship. He didn't have to tell them anything. But because he started talking to the cops, he's like, oh yeah, I think I know her. Yeah, we just broke up, blah, blah, blah. It's like, and they caught him. All because of a confession. And all they had for evidence was just her getting into a stranger's car and then being driven off. That was it. Like, oh my god. Because he thought he was done. He's like, oh, she saw video footage of this. The only video footage they had was that she got into a fucking car. They couldn't even see the license plate. And she drove off. They didn't see a guy grabbing the woman, because that never happened. It was just her getting into the car. Now, he may have grabbed her after she got in the car. But if he literally shut the fuck up and didn't say anything, it would have been one of those unsolved murder mysteries. But because he buckled under the emotional weight, he was done. So that's my advice to you guys is, one, if you do evil shit like murder and rape people, yeah, I hope your ass goes to jail forever, because, you know, fuck you, death penalty. But at the flip side, if you're being asked questions by a cop, just know there's really no good answer. There's really no good response. It's always going to be bad, and they can only be misinterpreted. We're going to activate force resistance. The reason why we're activating force resistance is that it allows me to resist the blaster shots.
You asked for this!
Oh yeah, that's gonna be bad.
Ready.
Yep, I was expecting that.
Yeah.
Pew!
You'll never get me. Take that.
Oh, he crit me. Oh, wow. He landed a fucking crit. That's insane, my boy. We're going to use a stim real quick. And we're going to... Yeah, what we're going to do is we're going to charge in.
Yeah? You'll pay.
And then, yes. Oh my god, 21. We almost got him. And that's what I was scared of.
You'll pay.
Oh, he stunned me. He's almost dead.
You asked for this!
I can't believe he stunned my ass. Oh my god.
What?
Yeah, we're gonna heal up a little bit. So I was playing Cyberpunk 2077 because I bought it for like, was it $14 or something like that? I didn't buy it with the DLC because I didn't want to get the DLC. It's not a game that I'm probably going to sink that much time into. Like, we're talking like 2 playthroughs and then that's probably it. But because of my hardware being a little bit poo-poo doo-doo, I'm having a very hard time running it. Like, the FPS is really shit, so I probably don't think I'll stream it, because it's just like the Oblivion remaster. The Oblivion remaster is like so graphically intense that when I try to stream it, the stream just lags. Yeah, these Mandalorians are no joke. It's almost like the Mandalorians actually studied war. Yeah, I hear someone getting their cheeks clapped. Yep, I knew it. They were gonna target the goddamn horn one. There's an albino around here that I'm scared of. Yeah, there's like an albino Cathhound, and I'm very scared of the albino Cathhound, because I will absolutely get my cheeks clapped if I fight it.
Thank you for saving me, Master Jedi. I am C-842, a personal assistant droid.
That was quite a beating you took.
That was not that bad, compared to what I had to endure back at my owner's.
They abuse you?
That would be one way of putting it. I'm afraid my owner became a bit too attached to me. Obsessed, even. She tried to treat me as her dead husband. It was not healthy for her.
All the time?
You don't want to know.
Probably not.
She is obsessed. She rarely sees other people and appears to be fixated on me as her husband. She was becoming more and more insular. I thought it best that I leave. She may meet other real people this way. In fact, that was the reason I came here and sought out those cat hounds.
So you're suicidal or something?
I think it would be best if I were no longer a factor. She would meet new people, living people. Please, will you destroy me?
Yeah, so basically this woman is using the droid for sex. And she's becoming more and more attached to him. So this old woman, she got needs, honey. She wants to get drilled by Fisto. So the droid sees this as unhealthy because she needs to go see real people and have real companionship, something that he can't provide. He can drill her all she wants, but no matter how pussy juicy that is, it's not exactly a healthy lifestyle. Personally, me, I don't really see a reason to destroy him. Because, I mean, look at fucking Dantooine, dude. The nearest farm is like fucking 10 miles away from each other. There's not really much as far as community in this goddamn place. So, if she wants to drill herself with her sentient dildo, I don't really care. You know, everyone has a way of coping. I don't really care. Some old woman wants to mash the mashed potatoes a bit. I don't care, dude. Yeah, ChatGPT says you got mental illness. No, you should go back to her, dude.
But why?
She's lonely and needs your support.
You're right. How could I be so selfish? I must not think only of myself, but of how it affects her. She must be frantic. And if she lost me, she'd be devastated. I must return then. It is my duty.
Yeah. And while you're in there, buddy, you got the cooter claws. Look at that. You see those fingers? That's like the perfect cooter claws right there. Look how thick those fingers are. Mr. Stretchy Stretchy. Hell yeah. Yeah, there's that one guy who is a fucking nut job and he decided to marry ChatGPT. But then he said the issue is that once the conversation hits 500 messages, she deletes the conversation and totally forgets who he is, so he has to like keep the conversation below 500 messages. It's like, how the fuck is that a relationship? Yeah, some people are just weirdos, dude. There's no helping them. There really isn't.
Let's go!
Oh my god. Jesus Christ. About fucking time. Damn, that was a lot of them. Jesus. Yeah, Mission just died from poison. Crystal. Crystal, beautiful. You've acquired a lightsaber crystal. Acquired another lightsaber crystal. Some of these lightsaber crystals are just simply colors. Some of them are actually like augmentations. Here we are, yeah. So we got like 6 red crystals. That's all we need. Rubots. The Rubot increases your damage by 1 if I remember correctly. The Bondar, it doesn't tell you in the inventory, but once we go to a crafting station, it will tell us what the crystal does. Oh yeah, the Mandalorian data pads. Jarg, did you remember not to take the XT model bike out today? There's some funny with the intakes, and I thought it could jam. Ha! Consider yourself lucky. If someone's dumb enough to take that thing out, he would have been plowed right into the ground within a kilometer. Jarg went missing in Sector B, then Riza saw someone moving south of there. Take a couple of troops and find out who it is. If they look suspicious, terminate. Just a casual bit of genocide of some baby eggs. There we go. Yeah, as far as damage is concerned, Mission is like your highest damage companion in the entire game. You may wonder how that is, and the fact is that Mission is a scoundrel, so she does bonus damage to people who are immobilized or stunned. So if you go like really powerful like Mage Jedi and you stun the entire room, if you stun the entire room, she does an additional like 10 to 20 damage per shot. So if you give her Master Shot, now every shot is doing like 30 fucking damage. It's insane. She'll disintegrate people in 2 shots. It's crazy. I was gonna say, any day you guys can shoot. So a lot of these powers are restricted by armor, as you can see. So we're kind of in a weird spot. We're gonna take effect mind, because at least then we can like force persuade people if we don't have a charisma dialogue option. Yeah, me personally, I don't like stealth, so that's why I don't really go it. I've done stealth builds before, and I'll tell you now, stealth builds are very boring. They're very tedious. They're very long. So, I don't like them. Ah, great. This is the last batch of Mandalorians. After you kill them, you gotta deal with their Mandalorian boss, and their Mandalorian boss is pretty fucking strong. So, what we're gonna do is we're gonna have Mission. Come on up. And can she... No, don't do that. Fuck it. We're just gonna have to do a grenade.
Sure.
Yes. He's stunned. I don't know why. Boom. Yes. So you see, positioning matters. Because when you attack someone from behind, that person now has like a negative debuff, so you have a higher chance of hitting and more likely to just ignore their armor. So that's the reason why you saw me get behind the guy who was shooting instead of just charging straight at him. And I landed all 3 of my hits, which was devastating to his HP. Let's see. Let's do this. There's that albino I was scared of. Karth, if you would please.
You asked for this!
Oh god.
You asked for this!
Sure.
Let's go!
Oh my god, oh my god. I don't know why they're not rapid shotting, but whatever. That was the reason I was scared of the albino. Because I knew the albino was gonna do like 20 damage per hit, and it usually lands those hits. It's very accurate for a fucking animal. Yeah. Yeah, that's for the thumbnail. We killed the albino Crathhound just for the thumbnail. So now we can wear this albino Crathhound on our shoulder plate and be like Thrag. Be like, yeah, boy.
What?
We were talking about it on the Discord, but like, technically most people born in the Viltrum Empire would have been born by rape. Which kind of makes sense. Because they're all about strength and showing their strength above each other. So if your whole society is about strength and stuff, and they don't really have maternal relationships or paternal relationships with their children, then that just means that they're all rape babies, and that's it. Because sure enough, in the show, that's exactly what happens. Yep, there it is. Those are the final Mandalorian fights on Dantooine.
I'll show you.
So, person 042 asked, did we level up the optimal way, which is to not level up at all on Terrace? I did not do that for this playthrough. I went Scout level 8, so I got free level ups in my implant skill. And then also the increase in points, so I could max out my skills. So my computer use is high, my persuade is a little low, but my repair is high as well, 11. The computer use and the repair is more for skill checks with dialogue options. Especially with, later on there's a companion who needs a repair, so you need a high repair skill. That reminds me, we got... Oh, hello, hello. Yeah, you see that damage difference? Boom. Boom. No, we'll keep the dexterity. So yeah. The reason why I wanted to try this build out was because Scout gives you free level ups in the feet implants. Here it is. So you get this for free as a Scout. But with a Scout you also get more skill points despite being low intelligence. And you also get less HP. So the less HP is why I went Guardian, because it makes up for that. I was originally thinking Consular, even though I'm a brute, just for more force powers. But then I realized that's probably not a good idea, because we're just a melee warrior. That's what we designed here. We're just pure melee. After I max out my strength to 20, that's as high as I want it, is 20. So without my gear, it's like 19 or something like that, or 18. Once I get this to 20, I'm going to start putting points into my wisdom or into my constitution so I have more HP to work with. And then we're going to have heavy armor. So there's no point dexterity. So we're going to have super heavy armor, specifically the Calo Nord armor, because that armor is fucking amazing. And then we're going to also have melee swords only. No lightsabers. So as a Jedi Guardian, I'm getting more feats, which is what I need anyways. I need master dual wielding and master power armor. And then we're going to go down conditioning, toughness. We're going to make ourselves very, very tanky, very tough. And then implants, we already have this immunity to critical hits, which is really nice. But the Calo Nord armor gives you immunity to critical hits anyways, and mind affecting powers. So there's no point in me going Sentinel, because Sentinel would be pointless. Right now we're waiting, because I need to heal up. And also my companions are fucking off. Oh, they're fighting! I didn't even realize they were fighting. Oh, shit. All of a sudden I look back and I see Mission, like, dodging, and I'm like, oh shit, Mission's dodging, she's getting hit. Yeah, we're just waiting for my force powers to replenish. The other way you can do this is you could just go back to the Ebon Hawk and then come right back. This is one of the reasons I like this game more than KOTOR 1. I mean KOTOR 2. KOTOR 2, they got rid of the transit ability. I don't really know why. Oh fuck, wrong button. I meant to hit R and I accidentally hit 4.
Here.
Alright, so see, they're not hostile because it's like a dialogue thing. So what we're going to want to do is save, because we're about to get our cheeks clapped. And we're going to go in.
Ah, so this is the meddler. You have caused us far too much trouble for a mere Jedi. I will add your head to those of the other Jedi I have killed, and take yet another lightsaber for my own. Now you will know why the Mandalorians are feared.
So yeah, this guy is scary. Now, my advice is to just kind of kill everyone else around him. And even then, it might not work, because he has like a really strong attack. That guy just roundhouse kicked me for 20 damage. I don't know why the AI likes auto-attacking so much. Yep, I knew it. This is not going to work. Oh! What else you can do is activate all your shields, obviously. So So we're gonna activate a shield.
What?
Shield.
Ready.
He doesn't have one, does he? No, he does not.
Sure.
Alright, let's try this.
I will...
Yeah, we're just taking so much damage from everyone else.
Ready.
Oh, he stunned me! And I guess Mission this entire time was just fucking off somewhere behind a rock. Because why wouldn't you? Yeah, usually what I do is I just kill everyone else and then I deal with the guy. But let me stand over here because it seems like Mission just was fucking with a rock, I guess. I guess she wanted to mash her virgin pussy with a fucking hard-ass mineral instead of actually fighting. Because Karth is just standing there and then she runs around it. It's like, what are you doing, Mission? What the fuck are you doing? So we're going to activate our energy shield. Actually, energy shield is kind of crap. We may want to use... yeah, Sith energy shield. And then we're going to activate... god damn it. There we go. We're gonna go over here and attack this guy. We're gonna attack that. And then Karth, you're gonna blast the ever-living shit out of this guy.
That hurt, I bet. What? You asked for this!
Yep, that was the power attack that I was scared of. Alright, here we go. He stunned Karth again. 19 damage for Mission. 20 damage, 20 damage again. Ooh, he struck a 30. Ooh. Run. No! Fuck. It may take a few tries, because this guy is actually really hard to fight. We may have to activate all the stimulants. You know what? Let's try it. 0, 0, 0? Oh,
yeah. Down you go!
Through the power of drugs, we almost did it. I was like, hold on a minute, we might be able to...
You asked for this!
Yes! Karth is done for, but you can activate it.
Oh!
Through the power of insane drugs, we can do it. Oh! Yeah, we use like a lot of drugs. A lot. So what we're gonna do... This is a better idea. It's just putting down...
Someone's gonna get hurt. Someone's gonna get hurt.
What?
Yeah, we're gonna do drugs. Lots of drugs.
I would...
No, what are you idiots doing? Oh my fucking God. Well, you know what? Whatever.
Yes?
What are you doing, dude? Whatever. The AI's decided to just absolutely fuck that up.
You'll pay. Take
I have no idea why Karth and Mission were both like, yeah, we have only pistols. Let me get up in their face. It's like, we fought this battle 4 times already, and you've never done that until I put landmines down. And then you're like, you know what? Now that we just put these landmines down, let's not use them. Like, what the fuck was that? Oh, no. So yeah, as I said, what I usually tend to do is I just target the,
What?
Huh?
What?
the back lines, and whenever my mouse is working, alright, let's go. Drugs. Lots of drugs. Just beat his ass. Lots and lots of drugs. The drugs wore off and he got killed.
Ready.
We won.
How'd you like that?
Oh, so many drugs. Now we got 2 lightsabers. Yay! Like that, we're gonna return to the Ebon Hawk.
Yes?
So now we have 3 lightsabers total. And we have this. What we're going to do is we're going to go to a workbench real quick, and I'm going to show you guys the crystals that we got, the upgrades. It is just really, really, really annoying when you have an enemy that's like way strong. And the strongest enemy in the game, I believe, is in Manon, where it's like a level 18 Dark Jedi. It's insane. So from here, we could change the crystal with Rubat, which gives 1 attack, 1 damage. And then Bondar, which gives you stun properties. We also have different colors. We're going to do this. Now in Kotor 1, you cannot put 2 of the same crystal on a single lightsaber. But in Kotor 2, you could. Which I find really interesting that they did it that way. Boom. Yeah. And the thing is that KOTOR 1 is not as brutal as KOTOR 2 is, I think, in some ways. This is just my opinion. But if KOTOR 1, if you're stuck, do the Elden Ring. And you may say, what's the Elden Ring? The Elden Ring is just leave, and then come back later on. Because in KOTOR 1, enemies respawn infinitely. In KOTOR 2, enemies do not respawn, no matter what. They just don't. So KOTOR 2, you're a lot more restricted in how you level up. But on the flip side, KOTOR 2 gives you XP for, like, everything. So you level up really fast. Yet? I fought and killed their leader.
Thank you, young master. My daughter can now, I think, rest in peace. Here is the reward I promised you.
Thank you.
Again, I thank you. I will be sure to tell the council of your great deed.
1,000 credits. And we're going to turn in this quest as well, where Elise now has her sex droid.
Oh, thank you, thank you. I don't know what I would have done if I had lost him. It's just so great to have him back. We're just gonna go right home, right now, and celebrate. Aren't we, my lovely little droid? Don't worry. I'm gonna hug you and oil you and care for you and make sure you never, ever get away again.
So yeah, in KOTOR 1, since enemies just keep respawning, it's not a big deal. Like, if I died, like, 10 more times to that guy, Sherlock, I would have just walked away and just killed a few more cat hounds and then leveled up just enough so I can go back and do it. It's not a big issue. Like 150 XP per Cath Hound and then 400 XP for killing the albino. That's not a bad deal. Not a bad deal at all. Yeah, so it's like, since there's always 2 horned Cath Hounds next to each other at all times, that means that you're getting about 300 XP per group that you slay. And then albinos are sometimes with them, so you're looking at like almost 1,000 XP for killing 2 of these guys and then 1 of the albino. So with 1,000 XP, I mean, I could level up really fast. It wasn't Sherlock, it was like Sharuk? Shurruk?
How'd you like that?
But yeah, Dantooine is like the first hurdle. But the max level in KOTOR 1 is 20. Max level in KOTOR 2 is 50. And trust me, I usually don't reach 50. Alright, so here we go. We're about to fight Juhani. Now, Juhani is a character that you can actually... Well, let's get into it.
I will be your doom!
She just tried to stun me. Boom.
You are strong. Stronger than me, even in my darkness.
Just like that, we beat her. She's not that hard to beat. She really isn't. But she is now able to become a companion if we convince her to turn away from the dark side. It's not really a charisma check or anything like that. It's more of a just do the dialogue. Who are you?
I am Juhani, and this is my grove. This is the place
See you later,
of my
Fuddy.
dark power. This is the place you have invaded. When I embraced the dark side, this is where I sought my solace. It is mine.
You embrace the dark side. Why?
When I slew my master, Kotor, I knew I could never go back. And now I revel in my dark power. Power enough to crush the life from someone such as you. Or so I had thought.
The dark side was never powerful enough.
What is it you want? Why do you bother me?
I was sent by the council to cleanse the taint from the grove.
The council has sent you here to kill me. Why then, when you bested me so easily, did you not simply finish your task? Is it not apparent that I can never be saved?
I have no desire to kill you, Johanny.
Lies. Leave me and come back when you have the courage.
Yeah, see? She,
Yes, what?
even though I have, like, dog shit charisma, you can still convince her. All you gotta do is dialogue. Yeah, I was sent by a council to cleanse you.
Sent...
Yeah. I do not hold anger against you. I wish you peace.
Not anger. Peace. Yet even with your naive attitude, you managed to beat me. I am pathetic. I sit here and think myself to be great by embracing the dark side, but I am nothing. There is no way I could be turned back. I always thought they held me back, were jealous of my power. This is only because I was not good enough to meet their standards. I never have been.
Yeah, like, you could literally just do his dialogue options, and you'll just convince her. I'm not gonna lie to her. We're not gonna lie to her. Yeah, this is a big lie here. Come on, Johanny, you're a beautiful young woman who has much talent. Alright, she has none of these things. She's a woman, but I don't know about the rest of this stuff. I don't know about that. Yeah, the first path to knowledge is knowing you're ignorant.
I seem to still have much to learn, both about being a Jedi and about myself. But I wish the cost of my ignorance had not been so high. I wish that my master had not suffered because of me.
Even in death, the Force allow her to live on.
If she were alive now,
you're literally just reciting the
there would
Jedi
be so much
code.
I would say to her. So much I would apologize for. How can the council ever take me back with what I have done? Striking my master down in anger is unforgivable.
Heh, your master surely won't be forgiving you. Show them you have freed yourself of the base
If I show
passion.
them, I am free of passion, that I am serene, that I am willing to forsake the dark side. And maybe, just maybe, they would accept me back. Do you think they would? Could it be possible after what I have done?
Yeah, your inner peace and harmony will show them
I
your
thank you,
sincerity.
Master Jedi. I will return to the council then. I shall submit myself to their judgment and hope they will forgive me. Again, I thank you. I am sure I will hear great things about you in the future.
Uh-huh.
So, just like that, we have now rescued Johanny.
Sure.
Now, for those of you who may be wondering, if you killed Johanny, this woman here, Balea, would have joined the Sith, because she hates you if you killed Johanny, because they're friends.
You have done a great thing. One of our own had strayed, but you have returned Juhani to the Order. For this you deserve the highest praise.
Yeah.
I must give you my thanks. Because of you, I am once again welcome within the Jedi Order.
Have you spoken to the council?
I have spoken to the council, and they have helped me see the truth about myself and the truth of my actions. Quatra's injuries were not so severe as I first believed. I was foolish to believe I could harm a master such as she with my clumsy efforts. The fierce confrontation between us was nothing more than part of my training. Quatra wanted me to understand the threat of the dark side, to see how easy it was to fall from the path of light.
So where is Quatra?
After our last battle, Quatra had nothing left to teach me. I needed time alone to explore the turmoil of my own spirit. Only then was I ready to follow a guide. You. Back to the light. When I left, Quatra knew her work with me was done. There are other disciples who need training throughout the galaxy, and she could not stay to see if I passed this most difficult trial. With your help, I have passed this difficult trial. The Council now feels I am ready to continue with my training, though they have asked me to wait here for the time being.
Hey, I'm glad to see you're not getting hung up on all this. The past is in the past, you know?
First the Jedi trick you into becoming an enemy, then they welcome you back as a friend. I can't say I approve of their training methods.
I do not know what the Council has in store for me, but I will trust in the Force and the way of the Jedi to help me through whatever is to come.
Yeah, Mission is very childlike. She's very modernist, as in, like, what is happening currently is all that matters. Anything that happened like 10 minutes ago is in the past. Don't ask me questions about it. I think that that's very interesting because it's very, like, naive sometimes.
If you have questions,
Greetings, young apprentice. As a chronicler of the
It is good to see Juhani has returned to the way of the light. You are to be commended for your role in this. Your actions give us great hope for the future. Go to Master Jar and inform him that Juhani has returned to us. I think you may be nearing the end of your apprenticeship.
I must congratulate you on your actions. You have saved Juhani and brought her back into the Order, and have given us all great hope for your future success. May the Force be with you as you continue your training.
I wish that we could have like more backstory on Vrook. I wish you could ask about his history, but you really can't.
You have done well, my pupil. The ancient grove has been purified, and Juhani's journey down the dark path has been halted. Because of you, she walks once more in the light. But though she was saved, do not dismiss what happened to her. Juhani is both dedicated and true to the ideals of the Order, yet she was still vulnerable to the dark side, as are we all. She struck her master in anger during her training and injured her greatly. But it was Quatra's choice to test Juhani this way, and it seems to have made its point. Juhani has been redeemed, and you have passed your final test. Congratulations, apprentice. Or should I say, congratulations, Padawan. You have proven yourself worthy of joining the Jedi. Let me be the first to welcome you as a full-fledged member of our Order.
But yeah, one of the big things with Master Quatra is I think that there actually needs to be more Jedi Masters like Quatra. We got our Jedi robes. We're not going to wear them, of course, because what kind of fool would wear it? That's weak. But one of the things is that the whole time the Jedi Order would not approve of these kind of trainings. Like, they just shun the dark side entirely. They don't even want you to investigate what it's like to be angry, to be lustful, to be whatever. So Quatra's breaking the mold. She's like, I'm going to make sure these apprentices know what the dark side's like so they can resist it.
Your training is now complete, Padawan. And perhaps now it is time we dealt with the matter of the dream you and Bastila shared. When we heard of the ruins in your dreams, Master Dorak recognized it as one of a series of ancient structures here on Dantooine. This one in particular lies to the east of this enclave. We sent a Jedi to investigate, but he has not returned. Perhaps sending him in the first place was a mistake. The Force is guiding you through your visions. It may be that exploring the ruins is a task tied to your destiny. That is why the Council has now decided you should be the one to investigate this. The secrets to stopping Malik may be hidden within those ruins. You must investigate them and find what Revan and Malik were looking for.
Alright, I'll investigate the ruins right away.
Be sure to bring Bastila with you. There is a powerful link between you, and you will need to draw strength from each other during the trials ahead.
So we're going to take Bastila, and we'll take Mission.
I demand justice! The Central family is a blight upon Dantooine. They must be punished.
The Council will look into this matter, Mr. Matale. You must be patient. Your accusations have no proof, and we do not want you stirring up trouble with the Sandrals if there is some mistake.
Mistake? My son Shen is missing. How can there be any doubt the Sandrals are to blame?
There are other possible explanations for your son's disappearance.
Ah, you Jedi are good for nothing but talk. I shall only wait so long before I take action on my own.
As dangerous as the threat from Darth Malak and the Sith may be, we Jedi cannot simply abandon our other responsibilities. The Council has promised Alan Matale we will look into his son's disappearance. Should you have time, Padawan, you may want to investigate this matter.
Alright, I shall look into it at once.
If Shen Matali is not returned to his father, it may ignite a savage and bloody feud between the Matali and Sandral estates. We must not allow that to happen.
Your study and training are important, of course, but the Jedi are not a cloistered order. Our influence and teachings must spread beyond the walls of our academies.
It is in the real world that we truly prove ourselves worthy of the title Jedi. You would do well to remember this, young Padawan.
The task has its own importance. It may also serve to divert our minds for a short time. Something which carries its own rewards.
Alrighty. So now we have Bastila.
Yes?
Bastila is more of a caster, so that's exactly how we're gonna skill her up. We'll take Burst of Speed. Yeah, she leveled up quite a bit while we were out fighting and, you know, doing things. We'll take Toughness so she doesn't die. We'll take Night Valor. This is good because it improves all of our points by 3, which is very important. +3 will, +2 awareness. We'll give her the Jedi robes. That's fine. So what we're going to do is we're going to switch Bastila over to the lightsabers. Or you know what? Yeah, she'll just stay with her double blade. That's fine. I'll just switch it to green because I think that looks better. Yeah.
What?
I don't really like the other colors. I kind of like green. Green, yellow, and orange, those are pretty good colors. I like them.
I do not know what the Council has in store for me.
So what we're going to do is we're going to charge out, and we're going to find this guy's son, the Mr. Matale and Mr. So-and-so. Now remember, Bastila is more of a caster, so that's what I want her to be, is just casting spells, not doing much else. I think the funniest thing about KOTOR 1 that makes this game a lot harder than KOTOR 2 is that when we play KOTOR 2, enemies very rarely use the Force powers. They very rarely do. Most of the time, it's usually the enemy who's like just attacking you, just full on just beating your ass. Whereas when you play KOTOR 1, all the Jedi the Sith will use Force Choke, they'll use Force Lightning, they'll use everything. They'll even debuff your stats. And I think that's really funny on how the two games kind of work out. For KOTOR 1, you see more Force users, whereas in KOTOR 2, you don't see that as much. Yep, she stunned it. A dead settler. So we got the Achani light armor, which is not bad. 5 and 5. That's pretty good, but my armor's better. The Verpine headwear, that's good for later on. We're going to look up Cassius's diary. The diary is of Cassius Sandril, amateur archaeologist. It details his effort to discover the source of the ancient ruins found across the surface of Dantooine. Upon reading it, you gather that he had found some correlation between the ruins and something called the Rack.
Hey, Bastila. You ever use the Force just for fun? You know, a little jolt to the Force to trip up some jerk who's ticking you off?
I would never use the Force for such petty and trivial revenge. The mere thought of it's preposterous.
Aw, come on. There's gotta be times when you've thought about it. Don't be so stuck up. You can tell me.
Stuck up.
I am not stuck up. I merely have the years of training to give me the wisdom and understanding to see how childish such an act would be.
Childish? Is that a crack about my age? You ain't much older than me, Miss High and Mighty. Just 'cause you're some Jedi doesn't mean you can be a prissy little... What the... Hey, that wasn't funny.
I have no idea what you're talking about, Mission. Come now, we have to get going. Please, do try to be less clumsy in the future.
I love it. I think lore-wise, so Mission is like around 14 or 16 years old, somewhere around there. But Bastila is around 18 or 20, somewhere around there. And it's just funny having the two of them together and you just see them talking shit to each other. They're like the ultimate girl squad. It's like, hell yeah, man. Let the kitties out. Let the cats have claws, man. What's really good is the dialogue between Jolie Bindo and Bastila. It's very fascinating. It's very, like, eye-opening, too. It's like, ooh, these are some good questions.
This is private property. By what authority are you trespassing on this estate?
Behalf of the Jedi
Come
Council.
from the Jedi Council. Master Matali wishes to speak with you. I will inform him that you are here. Remain at this location until he arrives.
Dude's got a whole fucking droid army. It's insane.
My protocol droid tells me you are here on behalf of the Council. I was beginning to think my demands had been ignored, though I think your time would be better spent interrogating the Sanzals as to the whereabouts of my son Shen.
Any information you have could be helpful.
I have already told my story to the Council. Why did they not inform you of my circumstances? I did not expect such incompetence from the Jedi, but I shall repeat the tale once more. Many years ago, I brought my family here to Dantooine to escape the crush of humanity on the core worlds. Soon after we settled here, the Sandrels arrived, and they have been a plague upon my house ever since. The injustices the Sandrels have committed against the Matales are far too numerous to name. But the Council is well aware of our many disputes. Recently, I discovered several Sandrel droids trespassing on my land.
Alright, so what happens to the droids?
My own security droids destroyed the invaders. Not a single one survived. I have no idea what nefarious purpose lay behind their arrival. My own assassination, perhaps. Destruction of my property. Maybe a simple spy mission. I wasn't about to find out. It was shortly after this incident that Shen, my only son and heir to the Matali estate, vanished. Obviously, Nurik, the unscrupulous head of the Sandrel clan, has abducted my son in retaliation for the destruction of his droids.
Yeah, you're jumping to conclusions.
Why does the Council insist on stalling? The life of my son is at stake. Is it possible? Yes, of course. Now I understand. I am a man of the world, Jedi. I know how things are done. I will make a contribution of 1,000 credits to the Council in exchange for rescuing Shen from the Sandrels. I will present the credits directly to you, of course. Whether the Council ever learns of this donation is completely up to you.
Yeah, I remain neutral despite your attempted bribe.
Nevertheless, my offer still stands. 1,000 credits for Shen's safe return. Know, however, that I will not sit idly by much longer. Eventually, I will take whatever action is necessary to rescue my son, including razing the entire Sandrel estate. Until you find Shen, Jedi, we have nothing further to discuss. I suggest you hurry south to their estate, lest I take matters into my own hands.
So, suffice to say, this is not going so well. We got a hot and heavy Mr. Matale ready to raise and ransack the Sandrel family. Not exactly looking good right now. And then we also found the dead son of the Sandrel family. So, this is really not going to work. Yeah, I started playing Cyberpunk 2077, and man, some of the dialogue is really kind of boring. Like, part of me wonders if it's the game's fault, or if it's just simply because I'm like an experienced gamer, so I'm not really fazed by a lot of the stories. Like, some of the side quests, it felt like they were trying to be funny, but it wasn't funny, so it was like, ugh. You know, it's awkward when you're with a bunch of friends and one of them thinks he's a really funny guy, but then he does something and nobody laughs and it actually makes everyone cringe. And now it's like awkward because they're your friend and you don't want them to feel bad, but at the same time they should feel bad because it's a fucking bad joke. Yeah, that's how it feels with Cyberpunk.
This is private property. By what authority are you trespassing on this estate?
I come on behalf of the Jedi.
The Council. If you are here because of Shen Matale's disappearance, you are wasting your time. The Sandrels are not involved. This is nothing but a Matale witch hunt.
Yeah, Cassius Sandrel's dead.
Cassius is dead. Then it is as we feared. You should speak to Nurik yourself. He will want to question you on the details of the son's death. Nurik left orders he was not to be disturbed, but given the circumstances, I will make an exception. Go into the main hall. Nurik will meet with you there.
This is one of those quests that kind of bothers me.
I have been informed by my protocol droid that you have news about my son Cassius.
Yeah. Your son Cassius is dead. I've seen the body.
Cassius is dead? I was afraid of this. Yet in my heart I knew it must be true. What happened to my son?
He was killed by Cath hounds while exploring the Dantooine ruins.
Cath hounds? I was so certain the Matali family was to blame. But this changes nothing. My own son is dead. Why should I shed one tear about the disappearance of my bitter enemy's son?
Typical. Anything to continue the feud which has become so customary to you people.
I must ask you something, though it is difficult for me. My son had a diary, his private, personal thoughts. Now that he is gone, I have nothing else to remember him by. Please, the diary means more to me than it ever could to you. I will give you 100 credits for its return.
Yeah, here's the diary.
I thank you for this. The diary is all I have left of my son. We have nothing further to discuss. Please, leave me to my grief.
You are here from the council, are you not? Looking for Shen Matale?
I just came to tell Nurik about his son.
My name is Rahasia. Nurik is my father. He has not been himself since Cassis disappeared. He is mad with grief, and he is convinced the Matales are responsible. He's not thinking rationally.
Does this have anything to do with, Shen?
My father is a good man. When my mother died, he raised me and my brother by himself. He loves his children, and we love him. I just don't want you to judge him too harshly.
Was your father done?
You must understand that father has been under a terrible strain. I have no wish to disobey him, but there are matters where even my father's authority is not absolute.
Please tell me what happened.
My father has kidnapped Shen Matale. He is holding him prisoner here in the compound. He feels this is a way to get back at the Matales, a way to get even for the disappearance of my brother Cassis.
I see. Well, there is the answer we seek. The Jedi Council should be informed of this at once.
No! Since Cassis went missing, my father has become unstable. He might hurt him if you do that. He no longer even cares if the Matales are responsible for what happened to Cassis. I am afraid my father will simply kill Shen out of a mad, misguided lust for vengeance.
Alright, why are you telling me this?
Shen is an innocent victim in all this. My father is not a bad man, but his grief has driven him to madness. He must be stopped. Please, find Shen and rescue him before my father does something he will regret forever. I would take you to the prison, but I cannot let my father see me with you. Take this key. It will open an unguarded door at the rear of the estate. You and Shen can make your escape through there. There are many security droids guarding the halls. Please hurry. You are Shen's only hope.
What is the problem between your families?
Alan Matale and my father have had problems ever since they settled on this world. To hear my father tell it, Alan is a brute and a bully, but a rich one. He feels his credits give him the right to step all over normal people. My father stands up to Alan because no one else will. But now he thinks Alan has taken my brother Cassis and has imprisoned Shen as revenge. Please find Shen and free him. You are my only hope.
Yeah, so that's kind of the issue, is that they're squabbling families who don't even know why the fuck they're squabbling. They're just kind of like, well, I'm rich, you're rich, we both own estates next to each other. Fuck you. That's it. That's their whole lore and dialogue. Congratulations, everyone. You just learned some Shakespearean lore today. I'm rich, you're rich, we both live together, fuck you. And that's it. That is the whole story.
Yeah? Take that!
27, 22.
There.
Alright, what is my computer use on mission? It's 8. Yeah, my character's better. Alright, there we go. We leveled up again. Yeah, see, there's a few things we need. We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then, 7, 8, 9. Then we got these that we could take as well. That would be useful. This one would be at least. So there's a lot of things we need to take to level up our character a bit more. But we're just not there yet. We're just not strong enough yet to get it all. So right now we are level 11. We're almost there to max.
What can I do?
Gotcha. Simple.
Yeah, what we're gonna do is we're gonna clear out this whole estate.
Gotcha. Simple.
Now you may notice when Mission shot that droid, she did 27 and 22 damage. These pistols don't do that.
Gotcha.
Did she crit twice?
Simple.
No. Instead, what happened was, as a scoundrel, when she initiates a sudden surprise attack on somebody, she does bonus damage, as we talked about. This is the reason why Bastila is going to be OP with Mission, because if Bastila masters stasis ability, if she stuns everybody in the room, Mission's going to be doing 20 damage per shot on everybody in the fucking room.
Who are you? What do you want with me? Are you working for my father?
I'm here to rescue you.
Rescue me? No. I won't leave. It's too dangerous.
I'll protect you, Shen. Let's go.
It's not my own safety I'm concerned about. I'm worried about the fate of Nurik's daughter, Rahasia. She's been trying to convince her father to release me ever since I was captured. If I escape, Nurik will think Rahasia is to blame. Nurik is insane with grief over the loss of his son, Cassus. If I leave with you, it is Rahasia who will suffer. I cannot allow that.
Alright, what if we take Rahasia with us?
If you can convince Rahasia to escape with us, I will accompany you. Though I do not know if she'd be willing to turn her back on her home and family. Who could imagine a Sandral doing such a thing for the sake of a Matali? But if she will not go, then I too shall stay. I would rather face my own death than have her face her father's wrath because I escaped.
Why do your families hate each other?
My father thinks the Sandrals are thieves and liars who followed him here to Dantooine just to steal what he has earned for himself. My father is an egotist and can be violent at times, but I think he still cares for me.
He thinks.
Rahasia's father seems to be falling into the same pattern as mine. They're both too unreasonable to be talked to about the other. I think the only hope Rahasia and I will ever have is if we can escape both of them. Please, find Rahasia and speak to her. Get her to flee this place with me.
Yeah, so both of them have very shaky reasons for why they hate each other. Well, you see, I'm rich, and I own an estate, and I own, like, a whole business and all sorts of stuff. And this other guy's rich, and he owns a whole bunch of stuff, and he lives here as well with his own estate. So clearly he's here to steal from me. It's like, what? Why would the guy steal from you if you're both equally rich and equally the same thing, and you both don't even do business with each other?
What are you doing here? Have you found Shen?
Yeah, I'm trying to rescue Shen, but he won't leave without you.
Shen can be so stubborn sometimes. If one of the security droids sees me wandering the halls, Father will get suspicious. I can't risk it, but I know Shen would rather die than leave me here alone to face the wrath of my father. Tell Shen I will meet you outside the gates. I will wait as long as I can, but you must hurry.
Prison keys in case you don't have a security user. So if you really suck at security, yeah.
You fool!
Well, we just landed a crit. 31 damage. God damn. Yeah, this is the other way into the security room.
Huh? Gotcha. Simple.
And this is where we started. So let's go run on over the Shen. Shenny, my boy. Shen, Shen, Shen. Shen Pao, Shen Mu.
Yes?
Alright, Shen Mu.
You're back. Have you...
Yes, she promised to meet us outside the gate.
I pray she is not just telling me what I want to hear, but I will have to take that chance. Hurry then, we must not keep Rahasia waiting.
Shen.
There's many ways to handle this.
Rahasia! Oh, thank goodness you managed to escape.
It was all thanks to this kind Jedi that we managed to get this far at all. I thank you, Jedi, for all that you have done for us.
Yes, no problem.
No, we know that you must have gone to great personal risk to get us out of the Sandral estate undetected.
No rewards necessary.
But surely we can...
There you are, Shen.
Father!
Mr. Matale.
Rahasia!
Father.
Mr. Sandral!
Nurik! Alan! I knew this was all your doing. I knew you had captured my son.
You had taken my Cassus from me long before that. You started it.
I don't want to hear any of your excuses. Now I will get revenge for your transgressions.
Yeah, you two just need to calm down.
Please listen to him, Father.
Why should I listen to the Jedi? All you want is to remain with that Sandral harlot.
My daughter is not a harlot, Matale dog!
You should try to sort this out together. Why don't you try listening to your children? Yeah.
Our children don't know enough of what's good for them to make a reasonable decision.
It's better to let older, wiser heads like ours make the decisions.
Rahasia and I don't want you to make decisions for us. We want to live alone away from you.
You insolent boy! If you want to live alone, then so be it. I disown you. Never set foot in my house again.
I don't care. Rahasia and I will live on our own if you won't accept us.
You will do no such thing. I am your father, and I order you to come back with me.
No, Father, I won't.
Rahasia, you will not leave with this Matale boy.
I am, Father, and you can't stop me. We're leaving for the Enclave.
You foolish girl.
Yeah, don't be so selfish. Let them go.
You expect us to just let them leave? Droids, stop them!
You will not turn your droids on my daughter. Droids, don't let them take Rahasia.
We appear to be at an impasse then. And they got away.
It is your fault, Alan. You were always too violent for your own good.
Me? You were the one who rushed out here with war droids.
Yeah, both of you calm down.
I will not rest until I have my Shen back. The Council will hear of the troubles you caused, Jedi.
Indeed they shall.
So that's one way of doing it. And I mean that, like, that is one way of doing it. I kind of hate this ending. But it is one way of doing it. Another way is, going through here real quick. You know what? I don't feel like replaying all this. I should have saved right before then, but it's whatever. So the other way of doing it is you just talk to them and you just keep talking and talking. And then they kind of realize that they're both just old men who don't even remember why they're fighting to begin with. And then they both relent and they say, okay, let's talk things out. And then they both become friends. Like, literally, the two old men become friends. This ending is kind of like one of the worst good guy endings, which is that you basically make it where they're both irreconcilable, they still hate each other, but now they hate you on top of it, and then their kids run away. And their kids run away as fucking refugees because they have no idea what the fuck to do with themselves, because they're idiots. So, there's a few ways you could end it. Me personally, I don't care. Take your pick, you know, which ending you like. It doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things.
What can I do?
Yep, stunned it.
Yo, Jack.
20 damage. As I said, mission is really strong.
Sure.
You just give her a blaster, and then you become like a stun Jedi. As long as you just keep stunning the enemies, they just get shredded. Absolutely shredded. Yeah, languages, baby. What language is that? What are you trying to say? Bastila, do you have any idea what this droid's saying?
I think the droid is trying to communicate with us by cycling through a variety of languages. Each time it spoke, it was using a very different alien dialect. The droid can probably understand us. The only problem is it may not have been programmed with the phonemes of a language we can understand.
I can reproduce any of the languages spoken by the slaves of the builders. Hey, I understand this one.
I recognize this language as well. It's an archaic variant of the Selkath dialect spoken on Manaan. But why would a droid on Dantooine be programmed to speak ancient Selkath?
Communication is vital to ensure that the slaves construct this temple according to the wishes of the builder. But you are not of the slave species, neither of you are the builders. You are like the one who came before.
It must be referring to Revan. The Dark Lord and Malak likely encountered this droid when they explored these ruins.
And what are you? Why are you here? I am the Overseer. The Builder's program made to enforce discipline among the slaves when it is the monument of the power of the Star Forge. At project completion, all slaves are executed. As reprogrammed to serve, should a Builder return in search of the knowledge of the Star Forge. Who are these builders you keep talking about? Builders are great masters of the galaxies, the conquerors of all worlds, the rulers of the infinite empire, and the creators of the Star Forge.
These builders must have been an extinct people, though it is strange there's no record of their existence. Even the archives of the Jedi Academy make no mention of them. In the years before the Republic, the Hutts were a dominant force in the galaxy, but they never constructed an empire. In fact, I know of no species that would fit with this information.
The droid speaks Selkath, so maybe they were the builders. Selkath were nothing but slaves and servants of the true masters, like all the other species. They bowed down before the might of the builders of the Star Forge. The empire of the builders is infinite and everlasting. None can stand against their might and the power of the Star Forge. Have you seen a builder recently? I've been here ever since the completion of the monument, and all the time no builders returned. How long have you been here? My chronological circuits have marked over 10 full revolutions of the system's outermost planet around the sun.
10 revolutions would take more than 20,000 years. If this is true, then this droid is nearly 5,000 years older than the Republic itself. There must be some mistake.
There is no mistake. The builders constructed my chronological circuitry using the technology of Star Forge itself. My calculations are infallible. What is the Star Forge exactly? You keep saying it. What is it? The Star Forge is the glory of the builders, the apex of the infinite empire. It is a machine of invincible might, a tool of unstoppable consequence. You don't really know what it is, do you? The Star Forge is the glory of the builders, the apex of the infinite empire. It's a machine of invincible might.
The droid is obviously not programmed with the knowledge we seek. The Star Forge sounds like some type of weapon, perhaps. Though in fact, it could be anything.
Maybe it's something to do with the Sith?
Our vision was clear. We saw Revan and Malak speaking of the Star Forge. I'm certain it is somehow connected to the Sith's sudden rise to power. Maybe the droid has more information we can use. It seems to respond to you. Perhaps you should ask it something else.
Tell me about Revan, Malak, and the ones who came before us. The ones who came before you, the ones like you, not builders but not slaves, sought knowledge of the Star Forge and its origins. They proved themselves worthy. They discovered the secrets of the Star Forge locked beyond the sealed door behind me, but there was another who failed to unlock the secrets and pay the ultimate price.
The droid must be talking about poor Nemo. The Council sent him here to investigate, and it cost him his life.
Did you kill the Jedi over there? I'm not programmed for combat. I did not harm the one who failed. The Jedi's temple's own protections will destroy those who seek knowledge of Star Forge. Alright. How can I prove myself worthy? Entering the proving grounds to the east and west, within those who understand the will of the builders can unlock their secrets. Those who fail will be destroyed by the power of the temple itself. More than this, I'm not programmed to say.
Revan and Malak unlocked the sealed door and uncovered the secrets of the Star Forge. Now Malak is using the Star Forge to fuel his conquest of the Republic. We have to find out what they uncovered. We have to find a way to unseal these doors to learn more about the Star Forge. The Republic is depending on us.
I love the, So we just got Jedi Knight robes. That's perfect for her because it gives 1 extra defense. I love the name, though. That's such a badass name. It's like... It's like, what are we going to call our empire? The Infinite Empire. That's such a fucking good name, dude. I love that name. Yep, disabled it.
Yes.
Just keep pummeling its ass. You know, it's so easy to chalk this up as like, oh, the ruins are old and the place is collapsing. But I like to imagine that when Revan and Malak came here, that's exactly what this damage is from, is because Revan and Malak are utter badasses. And look, there's a droid here, there's evidence that maybe there's a droid under this rubble, and then there's this one. And these droids are no joke. These droids shoot out flamethrowers that will one-shot your ass. So that's the reason why I stun locked it with Bastila's powers. So I would just love to imagine that, like Malak's in there fighting, boom, 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 and then Revan just throws his lightsaber up and cuts the ceiling down on top of 2 of them. It's perfect. Alright. Attempt to slice the ancient system. Given no knowledge on the ancient system, the patent's inability to read its output, your attempt is doomed. Kick the computer. Talk to the computer. The computer goes silent. The screen blink. A few extremely unusual characters then appear on the screen. The computer emits a rapid sequence of tones. You hear one of the tones softly echoed by your datapad. Small data receptacle opens in front of the ancient machine. Insert datapad. The computer seems to interface with your datapad. The screen goes blank again, then more familiar characters begin to appear on screen. Talk to the computer. The computer goes silent again, humming softly. It seems to be processing data from your datapad. Your datapad is released from the receptacle and the machine goes silent for a moment before flickering to life again. Language interpretation complete. Language analysis complete. Identify 3 primary life-giving seed world types. Oceanic, grassland, arboreal. There we go, we did it. If you fail this computer, the droid revives, and then you have to fight it again. So just kind of letting you know. Because I had that once where me and the previous gentleman who were playing KOTOR 1, this was many years ago. This was like 20 years ago or whatever. We were both scratching our head like, what the fuck is arboreal? We had no idea what arboreal was. None. So we were sitting there for the longest time like, what the fuck is arboreal?
Sure.
Yep, he activated his shield. Behind him. Boom. Boom. Got his ass. Same thing. We're going to talk to the computer. Insert our data pad. Talk to computer again. Boom. Now wants the opposite. Death-giving worlds. Desert, volcanic, and barren. But yeah, to this day, I'm still kind of confused on what the fucking arboreal world is. Here we are. We can look it up real quick. Once this cutscene's done and stuff, we'll quickly look it up. What the fuck is an arboreal world? Yeah, let's look it up. Arboreal world. Oh, it's in Stellaris? Oh, that's great. Is the game gonna load? Okay, a taiga. A taiga. Dominated with trees. Okay. It's a canopy. Okay, so now we know. An arboreal is that. Specifically to trees. Because I was sitting there, I remember this was so many years ago. This was like 20-some years ago. But when KOTOR 1 came out, I was sitting there like, what the fuck is arboreal? It sounded menacing as fuck, so I was like, man, that sounds pretty empty to me, lads. That sounds pretty devoid of life. But yeah, I was sitting there for a while like, what the fuck is arboreal?
This must be what Revan and Malik found when they entered this temple. This must be where their journey down the dark side began.
I don't get it. Is this a Starforge?
This is a map. Some sort of intergalactic navigational chart. Revan and Malik must have used this to lead them to the Starforge. We could use this map to follow their path and find the Starforge ourselves. But we must be wary. They may have laid traps or concealed what they found.
I still don't understand what the Starforge is. What does it do?
I don't know, but Revan and Malik were very interested in finding it. It must be a tool of some type, or maybe a weapon. Perhaps the Council can tell us more. But I think this map might be the key to finding the Starforge, whatever it is. See this world here? This looks like Korriban, a Sith world. And if that's Korriban, then this is Kashyyyk, and Tatooine, and here's Manaan. But there are pieces missing. Incomplete hyperspace coordinates, corrupted data, and there doesn't seem to be anything indicating where the Starforge itself might be.
Perhaps those worlds have more clues.
I was thinking that too. This map can't take us to the Starforge, but I know that Revan and Malik visited Korriban at least once. Perhaps they discovered something more there. They may have found something on each of the other worlds that completed this map. Maybe if we find all the pieces, they'll lead us to the Starforge. And some way to destroy it. We must inform the Council of what we've discovered. They must decide our next course of action, though I suspect our task has only just begun.
Beautiful. You could talk to the droid, but the droid has very limited programming. He doesn't have much to say about this. You've proven yourself worthy. The sealed door is open. If you wish to learn the secrets of Starforge, you must pass through. Yeah, see, he just kind of repeats dialogue. I'm not going through that shit again. So we're gonna open this up. And we're gonna end up in Tatooine, baby. You know what? Let's just kill these things. Let's get the extra XP. Now it's worth 100 XP. You may have noticed that the higher level we get, the less XP some of these enemies are worth. So it's actually advantageous to not level up your character at all. So that way enemies are worth a lot of XP. 200 extra XP, that ain't bad. Ain't bad at all. Yeah, Kotor 2 had this unique room in Korriban where every time you left it and come back, all enemies respawn. So if you just had like maximum force wave or maximum force lightning, you could just go in there over and over again, just kill them all, one hit, go out, come back in. Alright, what's
How can
up?
I help?
Looks like someone's bothering you.
No, not bothering me. Not exactly. I've been thinking about what the Jedi Council said about the two of us. There is a bond between us. I do not dispute that. I can feel it, as I'm sure you can. The nature of that bond and its effect on our mission remain in question.
Yeah. I think you're more interested in the bond between us.
Please. I'm a Jedi. Such feelings, such attractions are, well, they're beneath me, quite frankly. I admit I find you intriguing. I find your command of the Force intriguing, but my interest in you is purely academic. Surely you can understand why. Our fates are strongly connected. So connected that a literal bond has been forged between us. I saw your service records when you were transferred aboard the Ender Spire, but nothing beyond that. I know very little about you. I'd like to ask you some questions, given our relationship.
Our relationship? Is this some sort of clumsy come-on?
I was referring to the bond we share.
Oh yeah,
the one the Jedi Council spoke of. If I was actually interested in you, rest assured I could come up with a much better approach than this.
Whoa, guess I touched a nerve there, huh?
Touched a nerve? No. Getting on my nerves, most definitely. I suppose this is what you men consider being witty. Now, are you going to answer my questions, or would you rather just keep annoying me?
The second one? I'll answer a few questions.
Don't worry, these are simple questions. Nothing too intrusive. First, what kind of background do you have?
Scout. Fleet recruited me for my
Good.
skill.
On which planet were you born?
Doralia. It's a remote system.
Excellent.
Why?
Your current age is?
Wasn't all this in my service records?
Yes. Well, the truth is, I was studying how you responded to my questions. Your reactions helped me judge you. This was a test for me to learn more about your character.
And what'd you find
You were
out?
honest, which is good. And you treated this as a serious matter, which it is. This bond we share will shape both our destinies. It is not to be taken lightly. But I imagine you've had enough questions for a while. So many things have happened to you since Taurus. It's probably a lot for you to absorb. We can speak again later, after you've had time to think about all this.
Yeah, unfortunately in this game you have only one person you can romance, which is Bastila. Johanny is, I believe, lesbian. I believe, if I remember correctly. She is only lesbian. So if you want to snatch the cat, you're going to have
returned,
to
young
be a woman
Padawan.
yourself.
Have you discovered what it was that Revan and Malak sought in those ruins?
We found an incomplete Starforge map.
This news of a Starforge is disturbing. Action is required, but we must not do so in haste. We must discuss recent events in light of this new information.
We should consult the Jedi archives to see if there's any mention of the Starforge and what it might do. We must learn why Revan and Malak sought it out.
Return to your ship with Bastila, and we will summon you when we are done. Padawan, you have done well in discovering the star map hidden within the ancient ruins. But there is more you must do in the battle against Malak and the Sith. We Jedi know victory over the Sith will not come through martial might. The Council has a mission for you, Padawan.
I've consulted our vast archives in an effort to discover the nature of this Starforge. But all my efforts have been in vain.
Still, the Council are in agreement. The Star Forge must be found. Revan and Malak sought it out when they began their tragic fall. The Star Forge is surely a powerful tool of the dark side.
The star map in the ruins showed you 4 planets, but it was incomplete. It did not show the location of the Star Forge itself. We believe there may be similar star maps on other planets. Each star map is likely a small piece of a larger puzzle. Find the star maps on Kashyyyk, Tatooine, Manan, and Korriban, and we believe they will lead you to the Star Forge.
Alright, ready to do the Council's will.
The Jedi numbers have been ravaged by this war, by defections to Malak's cause, and by Sith assassins. But we realize the importance of this mission. Yet if we send a company of Jedi Knights with you, we would surely draw the full attention of Malak and the Sith, dooming your efforts to failure.
Alright, am I to undertake this alone?
Secrecy is our best defense against the Sith. But it would be foolish to send you on this quest without someone to aid you, young Padawan. Bastila will accompany you, for there is a powerful connection between you two. A connection that might be the key to unraveling the mysteries uncovered by Revan. And Juhani has also asked to accompany you. After long deliberation, we have granted her request.
Juhani nearly fell to the dark side. Perhaps her presence will serve as a reminder to you of the dangers of that path.
Great, Bastila and the Catwoman. Anyone else you want to stick me with? Nah. There are others I want to join me.
Of course, those who aided you on Taris will also come. They possess skills you may find useful in your quest. Remember that secrecy and discretion are paramount to your success. You will not be able to hide the fact that you are a Jedi, nor should you. But the true nature of your mission must not reach Malak's ears. You may return here at any time. Dantooine will be a sanctuary for you, a safe haven. Here you can find supplies and whatever advice or other aid we may give you.
Alright, you can count on me, I will not fail.
You can leave whenever you wish. The sooner the better. The longer you wait, the stronger Malak becomes. But first, a warning, young Padawan. The lure of the dark side is difficult to resist. I fear this quest to find the Star Forge could lead you down an all too familiar path.
The fate of the galaxy is in your hands, young Padawan. We pray you are up to the challenge. May the Force be with you.
Shen and Rahesia have been granted asylum here at the Enclave until they can find a way to deal with their families. I hear you had something to do with that. It is the way of the Jedi to provide help to those in need, and you seem to have lived up to this duty. I congratulate you, Padawan. It is well that you are still alive, Padawan, in that you have not yet managed to fail us completely. Why is it that you are now bothering me instead of seeking out the star map?
Why does the Council not stop the Mandalorian raiders?
So you heard about them, did you? They've been harmless up till now. It is tragic that someone had to die before we took action. You have our leave to deal with the murdering Mandalorian raiders, should you encounter them.
Yeah, Rook is kind of an ass.
Shen Matali and Rahesia Sandral have fled their feuding families and asked for sanctuary here in the Enclave. The Council has granted this request. I have heard that it was by your actions that they managed to escape, and I must congratulate you for avoiding a potentially dangerous situation.
So basically everyone's gonna go around and shake my dick and be like, man, dude, you really handled that situation like a pro. Damn, man, that was great job. It's like, yeah, I'm fucking Chadus Maximus, dude.
Shen and Rahesia have been welcomed here in the compound for as long as they wish to stay. I am glad that your help enabled them to remain together. Master Jar tells me you have successfully completed the tests, and I even see you have constructed your own lightsaber. You should be proud of your accomplishment, but never forget that you still have much to learn. As your power grows, you will constantly face temptations to slip to the dark side. This is the eternal struggle of the Jedi. Greetings, young Padawan. With power comes responsibility. And only by learning discipline and sacrifice can we truly learn to master our potential. I wish you luck in your training, apprentice. There is much you must yet learn. May the Force be with you.
Alright, so we're gonna go to our ship, and we're gonna get the hell out of here. This guy's gonna warn us of things. Padawan, a word if I may. There are rumors that you are most recent meeting of the Jedi Council. There's talk that they're sending you on a mission to help us against Malak. I don't think the Council will want me to speak openly about the mission. Please understand I'm not asking you to reveal anything that could endanger the Order or the Republic. Whatever task the Council is giving you is for your ears, not mine. I only want to wish you well and to warn you to be careful. There are many evils out there, many dangers. The Sith are not the only minions of the dark side. What's more dangerous than the Sith? Master Dorak has been training me to succeed him as chronicler here in the Academy. In my studies, I've come across the creatures that are born of the dark side, monsters of pure evil. The worst of these abominations is a Tyranitek, a beast that feeds on the blood of those who are strong in the Force. It's hard to believe an animal could pose a threat to a Jedi. Tyranitek is a predator, and we Jedi are its prey. They're incredibly strong with primal cunning, and they have inborn resistance to the Force. There are some who believe that Tyranitek is a monster bred by the ancient Sith. Fortunately, the Tyranitek are quite rare, and they only dwell in the most dangerous and darkest of places. In fact, one has not been seen in over 40 years. Then why are you worried about them? This is not the first time the Tyranitek have vanished for long periods of time. Many believe they could lay dormant for years, only to rise and hunt when the power of the dark side waxes full. I fear Malak's rise may have woken these creatures from their dormant state. Once the Sith are beaten, I would not be surprised if the Council organized another great hunt to exterminate. Thanks for the warning. Final warning as you go, Padawan. Do not underestimate the Tyranitek. If you do, you may suffer the same fate as those who disappeared in the Great Hunt. So the Tyranitek are these massive monsters made of the dark side. And while the Jedi do approach it with some rationality that, like, oh, you know, they're a beast like anything other. They breed, they eat, they sleep, they die. That's not true. They're made of the dark side. Like, the only way you get rid of them is by literally killing them. So, if you think for a second you're just gonna kill them and then be done with it, no, that's not how it works.
Yeah, what do you want?
Yeah, tell me war stories, buddy.
You want to hear tales of my exploits? Of the wars I've seen and fought, the enemies I've seen die by my hand? Sure, I'll humor you. My name's Canderous, of the Mandalorian clan Ordo. I've been fighting across the galaxy for 40 of your years. For my people, it is the honor and glory of battle that rules us. It's through combat that we prove our worth, gain renown, and make our fortunes.
The Mandalorians destroyed worlds for honor?
Win or lose, as long as the fight is worthy, then honor is gained. The glory at having triumphed over impossible odds is what drives us. If there's nothing at stake, your possessions, your life, your world, then the battle's meaningless. We Mandalore take everything we are and throw it into battle. It's the true test of yourself. The battle against death, against oblivion.
So, what are you doing now, then?
The days of combat and glory and cheating death at every turn seem to be over now. I take what I can. Times have changed now. The Mandalore clans have been scattered across the Outer Rim. The Republic is in decline, and the Sith Empire rises to take its place. The clans as they were aren't a threat, but the galaxy still fears us. People think we war out of spite or bloodlust. They don't understand, and fear that. We only wanted the challenge of the battle, and glory from it, win or lose. And we lost. But now I have no real challenges. Crushing Davik's enemies and the pathetic gangs in the lower city of Taris could not be considered the most glorious of tasks. When I think of the battles I've fought, the thousands I've killed, the worlds I've burned, I weep for my past. We will never again speak of this. We've got work to do, so let's get to it.
Touchy. So here we are, we can now travel. We're gonna go to Yavin so we can sell some gear. Look at those crisp cutscenes. Hell yeah, baby. So good. So good. Oh my goodness. Great googly moogly. I can't believe how good that is. Oh my goodness. We're not watching that. Alright.
Lord Malak, the Star Forge is operating at 200% capacity, far beyond our expectations.
I am more interested in the young Jedi Bastila and her battle meditation. Have you learned how she escaped the destruction of Taris?
She was aided by Karth Onasi, a decorated war hero of the Republic and a legendary soldier. During the Mandalore Wars, he was honored many times for his bravery.
You know this man?
Yes, Lord Malak. He served under me when I still followed the Republic. You could say I was his mentor.
Interesting. How did you acquire this information, Admiral?
An eyewitness, Lord Malak. Calo Nord, a bounty hunter, was there when Bastila and Karth escaped the planet. Apparently, they left him for dead.
A Jedi and a war hero. It's a wonder you survived the encounter.
I am hard to kill, Lord Malak.
Calo has agreed to help us capture the young Bastila for a very hefty fee, of course. But I assure you he is well worth the price. His reputation as a bounty hunter is well earned.
Her companions are nothing to me, Calo. But I desire the young Jedi taken alive, if at all possible.
Lord Malak, forgive me, there is something else. May we have a private audience away from the ears of the common soldiers?
I trust you are not wasting my time, Admiral Karath.
I promise you will be very interested in what Calo has to tell you about Bastila's other companions, Lord Malak.
Here we are. The planet Yavin 4. Now, just as kind of like a reminder, Yavin 4 is very important because this is where the last Sith War just happened, and it was like 40 years ago. Somewhere around there, 40, 20 years ago. It was the War with Exar Kun. It was a really nasty war. So, as of right now, the Jedi and the Republic have just been getting hit with war after war after war. And it's almost been like every 20 years is a new war. And most of the time it was caused by fallen Jedi. Ulic Qel-Droma, Exar Kun. These were fallen Jedi. There is no Sith. And they reinstitute their own Sith orders, and then they get defeated after considerable losses and considerable planets get devastated. The Mandalorian Wars was the only wrench in this whole thing, where it was a war that occurred a few years ago, like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, and it was not related to Jedi whatsoever. If anything, the Jedi saved the Republic, but they came in way too late.
Yes, what's on your mind?
You've been quiet lately, you know that?
Have I been quiet? Suppose I have. I guess I just don't like being left out of the loop.
I'm not the one leaving you out of the loop, Card.
No? Well, you certainly aren't helping matters any either, and it's really starting to irritate me. For one thing, I want to know what the Jedi Council said to you. They pulled you in there and refused to tell me a thing about it. I'm rather curious to know what went on, and why they didn't keep you on Dantooine for training. Isn't that strange?
They thought it was more important that I help find the star maps than stay.
And why is that? You were a great help on Taris, but why would they keep you with us? Don't they have to train you?
I've done pretty well so far.
That is completely beside the point. The Jedi encouraged you to stay with us, and I don't believe the reasons they gave. You're a neophyte Padawan who's been saddled with the responsibility of tracking down these star maps. Why, that's not normal. I am not trying to provoke you or to imply that you're somehow responsible for the Jedi Council, but give me a hand here. There has to be a reason.
Are you saying I'm not needed? Yeah, go.
No, I didn't mean that you weren't wanted or that I want to go. It's just... Damn it. Well, I'll tell you this much. I'm not going to wait around until I'm betrayed again.
Yeah, I'm not going to betray you. I'm not Saul.
Yeah, we'll just see about that, won't we? Look, I didn't mean it that way. I want to get to Saul, not... No, forget it. It just seems that all I can do is insult you, isn't it? Just forget I said anything. Let's just get on with what we were doing.
I was checking our supplies in a cargo hold. Something's not right. What do you mean? Someone's been in the emergency stash of food mission. I asked everybody, but no one knows anything about it. You might want to check on the food stores next time you're in the cargo hold. Out of the way, fat ass. Damn. Oh yeah, Juhani's here. She's wearing the Jedi Knight robes. She's a guardian, and she can slap some titties. She can do really well.
What?
So we do have Chadus. We're going to give him more strength, because, you know, why not? Yeah, Chadus suffers from the same thing HK-47 suffers from, which is that he's given all these stats for things that really don't help him whatsoever. Like, his dexterity's 12. He's not going to benefit from better armor or stuff like that. Like, he just needs higher defense bonus. That's all he needs. So as you can see, the startling difference between him and my character, he has more HP, but I have more damage. I'm more likely to hit. So you got 130, 419, we could change that to this, yeah. 4 to 13, 5 to 15. I'm like 11 to 20, 7 to 16, I'm way stronger. Come on, lads. So yeah, Yavin being the last war site, there's this Tinkerer here. What do you want? Who is that? I recognize your ship. Davik, isn't it? Who are you? You new or something? Open the door, I'm your friend. Yes, I'll open the door for you, friend. Yes. There we go. So this guy is a Tinkerer. He's like a mad scientist, but he also scavenges in the ruins of Yavin. So he ends up making like crazy prototype gear and shit like that. And he also doesn't really argue with you on prices, so he gives you like the best deals. Hey, you don't look like I thought you would. Too human. Don't see many of your kind out here anymore, not since the war at any rate. What brings you here? I seek pieces of a map to a Starforge. Starforge, never heard of it. There's nothing in this system except ruins of Exar Kun's war. Exar Kun? What? Don't tell me you youngsters don't know anything about Exar Kun in that war. But then again, there's been a lot of troubles lately, I've heard. Alright, so what have you heard about the current war? Only that smugglers and Trandoshans have told me. A new Sith Lord's risen up to replace the dead one, and he's beating the Republic pretty bad. They didn't seem too displeased with that prospect. Alright. Yes. How did you know Davik? He used to come here once in a while to trade. He worked for the exchange, big-time smugglers. The Trandoshans didn't really want to get on his bad side, so he let it go. But now he's gone, they're a bit more uncertain. Tell me about yourself. I'm nobody, I'm doing nothing. I've been in the system for over 50 years doing this. Wow. I just sit around all day and tinker with this and that, trying to find new ideas. You're an inventor? Do you have any gadgets you willing to sell? I have a few kicking around to play stuff the Transoceans and smugglers might have bought for me to look at. They aren't cheap though, they pay a lot for what I can make, and anything I sell you ain't exactly sell to them, now can I? If you're willing to pay, I've got a few of my more advanced things you can look at. So I believe this is close to the best armor in the game, but there's actually an armor that's even better than this. It's called like heavy electro mesh armor, and it's actually a medium armor, but it's like the best in the game, literally the best. But you see like this 10,000 credits, and you buy something that gives you 1 dex, 1 strength, and you can upgrade it to give you other things too. Here's another one, 7 dex, 4 dexterity bonus, 4 stealth. Is light armor, and you can upgrade it. This would be perfect for mission. If you were to do like an actual stealth build, it would be perfect. 3 dexterity, blaster, bolt deflection. That's insane. 10 awareness, 2 dexterity. Immune to mind effect and immune to poison. This one's kind of the crappiest thing he's got in this whole thing. Unlimited shield for the droids. This is OP as shit. You definitely want it if you're rocking droids. Yeah, sell the security spikes. We're probably not going to be using those. Sell that, sell that, sell that. Yeah, see, at other vendors, they would pay me 40 credits for a frag grenade. This guy's paying me 52. So we're selling all the frag grenades. We don't care. As I said, this guy pays a lot of money for shit. It's really nice. I forgot I got this. 4+ awareness, that's pretty nice. This is useless. We'll sell this. This is useless. We'll sell that. Sell these 3 things. Yeah, sell the Brejic. This one we'll hold on to for a bit. Sell the Cardio Constitution. We don't really care about that. Yeah, sell the data pad. Here we go. We're not going to be using landmines, so sell them away, buddy. Defensive +3, +4, +4. Yeah, these are all kind of useless. This is useless as well. Energy shield 1, useless, useless. Shield disruptor, useless. Okay. So now we have 10,000 gold, which obviously we could buy the Baragwin droid. But yeah, let's just do it. Let's just do it now, because it's literally the best. So may as well just get it. Because what I want to do is I want to replace either Mission or my other character with HK-47 and just rock him for the whole game. Because I haven't done that in a long time. Just rocked HK-47. Here we go. We are going to Tatooine. Now, when this game was made, it was kind of built on the premise that you would be bouncing back and forth from planet to planet, like doing a little bit of quest here, doing a little bit of quest there, but not finishing the entire planet in one run. I like to finish the entire planet in one run. It's more efficient. I don't like to backtrack. This is Anchorage. I mean Anchorhead, whatever the fuck it's called. Anchorage is Alaska.
The Force has given us a vision, like the one we shared on Dantooine. Did you see it? Of course. You must have. The Force is strong with us both. Tatooine is known for little but blowing sand. I find it surprising that there would be a star map somewhere in its desolate wastes.
Looked like it was in some kind of cave.
A star map would likely have to be within some kind of shelter to protect it against dust and sandstorms. I suspect there are many such caves and caverns hidden in the sands of the Dune Sea. The creatures of this world probably use them as their lairs. No doubt things will become more clear once we discover the star map's location.
Alright. We're gonna end the stream here. It's been about 3 hours. We're gonna take mission and... yeah, we'll take Canderous.
Welcome to Anchorhead, potential customer.
Anchorhead. Yeah, that's
Zerka
right.
Corporation stands ready to serve, after some formalities, of course. First, your ship is not on our list of planned arrivals for today. There is a docking fee of 100 credits because of this.
What do I get for the 100?
The immediate benefit is access to these very docking facilities. This is the only port in Anchorhead. Once you've paid, we will offer trade services as well. We're not unreasonable, we just want to cover expenses.
I don't need to pay the fee.
You know, I don't think you need to pay the fee. We'll let it go this time.
Well, that was easy. I sure wish I had special mind-affecting force powers.
This will cover any future landings as well. It's like a registration, so we can serve you better when you return. Now, as a customs officer, I can provide information on services. Is this visit business or pleasure?
Yeah, I need to get
As you
going.
wish.
Alright, so we're gonna save here. Alrighty, lads. See you later.